the Tigers also will be playing against Cameroon. Talking about their quarter-final fixture. Yes, of course, Cameroon were triumphant against a certain Angola. I saw that game and I was very, very shocked that Cameroon actually ousted Angola in that game. Prior to that game, I was expecting Angola, to get the job done because of their pedigree, because of our basketball on the continent. But then it was Cameroon who got the job done in that game. So the Tigers will go on to face Cameroon in the quarterfinal of the Afro Basketball Championship currently going on once again, and I'm expecting nothing less than victory. I'm expecting nothing less than victory. We'll go on to face our counterpart, talking about Cameroon later tonight. So we've got a lot to actually dissect on the show. And like I said, we'll be talking about the MPFL also. Well, regularly you get to see, MPFL teams are going into the transfer market, signed 16. So there's a lot to actually, look forward to in the MPFL signed 16. So there's a lot to actually, look forward to in the MPFL. But trust me, this morning I will definitely bring you up to date with all of the trending stories from the world of sport this morning. Alright, sport fans, let me also confirm to you this morning that you can watch us live on Facebook at I-FLIER 103.3 FM live. And of course, you can call us via the studio lines 0705 500 1033, or you call 09054 44 1033. Those are the newspaper talking about the headlines that make round in world of sport. Yes, definitely. I see Manchester United when it comes to English Premier League, and this morning they want to go all out for a certain Benjamin Sesko. Yes, that is one man Manchester United are really, really serious about. They want to bring him on board, making it the fourth player that will be signing this summer. But then nothing is confirmed yet. Newcastle United also were really interested in him, and it's going to be a battle between Newcastle and of course Man challenges. They still remain one of the best teams in world football. Alright, let's start from the home front because Shites the Says begins at home. Let's start from the camp of El Academy Warriors of Maduguri. Yes, they've officially unveiled a strong lineup of new players ahead of the 2025-2026 Nigeria Premier Football League, and the unveiling ceremony they used in prosecuting the league last season. Some of them might have been released because this is the usual norm in the MPFL. After every season, some of the players are going to be released. Some of them are actually 16 players were being signed by El Academy Warriors of Maduguri, but then that doesn't translate to the fact that they will go on to do well. While some of them might even come as a big bargain for them. So it's a bit dicey for Maduguri, but then we look forward to how this season will pan out for them. Okay, still talking about the trending stories around the Super Falcons. Remember, yes, the Super Falcons were welcomed after their triumphant performance at the last WAFCON. Of course, that one was on Monday. Yes, they were being handshake from the government, not something really tangible. But hopefully, maybe in the future, yes, the government will go on to, actually review all of that, and of course, do something for some of them who are still very much alive, because we are not praying for death, but then it's been a long time actually. If you look at generations of players who have done really well for the Super Falcons, some of them are doing well for themselves right now. Some of them are into coaching, some of them are into football administrative, and some of them are outside the country. That doesn't mean they are not doing well for themselves, but then they deserve something really tangible from the government. All right, the call lines have been blinking. Well, you can do what to call us back by calling 0705 500 1033, or you call 09054 44 1033. Those are the numbers to the donor in the transfer market, because they just signed or they just agreed a deal for Ayers defender Jorel Atto for initial fee of 37 million pounds, subject to the Dutch club supervisory board approval. Well, I think that one will be sorted. But if you look at what Chelsea have done in the transfer market, you definitely want to say, you know, they are doing really well for themselves. And you look at some of the players they've been signing also, these are very, very young players, you know, 20 years of age. I think they, you know, the minimum they've signed so far maybe 22. And if you look at, you know, the age bracket in that team right now, it shows Chelsea goes just like you will see with certain Elibert Haaland.